Oh my god. Oh my god. Is that Rob? Is that Rob I see over there?
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at you.
Me.
I'm looking at you on Zoom. But just 3 days ago, I was seeing you in person for the first time. You flew all the way from Germany, landed at LAX, and then you and I
Halfway around the world,
and you and I saw a game together
in person
at BMO. We saw LAFC versus FC Dallas. One LAFC.
Great game, too.
Great game. Great seeing you.
Great game. Oh, it was great seeing you. Finally meeting you in person. Yeah,
we talked about this for a while. I found. I think we were chatting beforehand on like prepping for the pod, but in an old pod we met like in 2020. So that's like 6 years. 6 years of knowing each other, and then we finally see each other in person.
Oh yeah.
I tell you, I was a little awkward at first. It felt like like I was starstruck because you see somebody on video forever, and they're right there. Like, oh my god, what's going on here?
Yeah. It was so cool. It was a great experience. And that's the beauty of podcasting. That's the beauty of the internet, too. The internet is amazing. So, yeah, for those of you guys that don't know, when I started my semi-defunct podcast, I was looking for some inspiration beforehand. And I found Soccer Stupid and started listening. And then eventually I just like, let me reach out to these guys, see if they want to help my fledgling podcast. Because you guys were established. I wasn't. And that's how it started.
Established.
I think it was actually.
Failed.
I want to say it was 20. I think it was 2019. I'm pretty sure it was 2019 that. It might have been. I started listening in 2019 to you guys.
Yeah. I just went on the post for the Soccer Stupid post where we had Rob from 90 plus extra time podcast on there, and it was like a 2020 date. But yeah, I mean, probably since 2019. But still, I mean, it's amazing.
That's crazy.
Anyway, I'm glad you were able to get here. I'm glad we were able to see a game, and it was a ton of fun. And the next game in Germany. And if you guys haven't been on our Instagram, join us. We got pictures of the game, pictures of us having a good time. We got the beers going, and we got to see Sun in person, which was pretty cool. Yeah, we were like, I want to say like 5.
We're pretty close.
4 or 5 rows back, I want to say, or so from the pitch.
Something like that.
You could smell the grass.
It was pretty nice. You could smell the grass.
And you got Sun right there doing a corner kick, and it was kind of cool to see it all up close. I used to have season tickets, and I was kind of like in the not in the boondies, but I was sort of like in the second level, right smack in the middle. This was by design. I wanted to be right smack in the middle, but I kind of like it. You can't see everything all the time, but I kind of like being close to the players and seeing everything happen. Yeah,
those are great seats in a great stadium. I got to say, BMO, the bank, whatever you want to call it, great stadium. I loved it. Loved it.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and the beer is good.
The beer was good.
Juicy.
And once that lady realized or learned how to pour,
that first pour wasn't too fantastic. It's like like $8 taken away from the too much head on there, and it was like every time you see it, you're like,
They would have kicked her out of German beer pouring school over here. They'd be like, you got to start over.
Yeah, but the second time when I went back for the second, she got it. She got it right. So
that beer was good. It was quite good.
I feel like towards the end I was a little tipsy at the end there. And you stopped having the brewskis, and I felt like, oh man,
because I had to drive.
I feel like I sound like an idiot. I know it.
No.
Promise me, bro.
Yeah, it was a great time.
All right, good. Yeah,
I promise you.
Yeah. No, it was a ton of fun. And
it was a great time.
I want it to happen again, and then it's going to happen in Germany. It's going to happen.
Yes.
All right.
And then we'll go see Stuttgart.
Yeah, we got to figure it out.
Hopefully, we'll get like a Stuttgart Bayern or something.
Yeah.
That would be great. Yeah.
It was,
or a team that Stuttgart can actually beat.
Yeah. Which is what I would say a lot. Stuttgart's doing good. They're kicking ass.
No, we're doing well.
But you compared Stuttgart to LAFC, like the 3252, the supporters area, and you said that from a size ratio that LAFC was actually doing pretty well on meeting your European supporters standards.
Yes, and listen, they were going to Stuttgart games. There's like a conductor person that's kind of leading the chants. And they're very specific, but the LAFC fans, I got to give it to them. They were making noise the entire time. There was not even for like 3 seconds was there a pause. There was noise the entire time. It was great. Oh yeah.
Oh no, it's fantastic. They do that dance thing where they jump around. But
that was really
it is
cool.
the entire time, cool. And we didn't stay till until they like closed up shop and went to the train, but. I have stuck around long enough to end up in a car with those guys, and they're still going in the train.
They're still going.
It's fantastic. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, see, that's cool.
I mean, if you haven't gone, listeners, if you haven't gone to an LAFC game, if you're an LA folk person that's in an hour range, maybe 2 hours. I don't know how into footy you are, but I would definitely go. If you haven't gone, enjoy it. You'll love it. Absolutely love it.
Absolutely. It was a great time. Traffic in LA is crazy, but
that's why we took the train.
Man,
we took the train with the crazies. We took the train with crazies.
Oh man, yes we did.
There were a few. I like the one with the shopping cart just kept like sliding back and forth while he was like smoking something under his shirt.
Yeah, it was like.
Yeah. I was worried when like the puff of smoke came out. I was like, am I gonna breathe in? Am I gonna get like a crack like secondhand high here? Like what's going on? I was a little concerned about what I was gonna breathe in.
Yeah,
I told you.
No,
I was glad there was a few instances on the train for you to get the LA experience, baby.
Yeah, definitely got the LA experience, 100%. But I gotta say, LA is safer than I thought it was. I mean, yes, that's where Biggie died, and Boys in the Hood was pretty scary. But yeah, and for the listeners, I was on Crenshaw. Me and my friend from high school. We're looking for a barbershop, obviously not for me, but for him. And we were driving around. We were like on all these streets that you hear about in these, these Los Angeles, Compton-based movies, and it's not scary at all. Not scary at all.
Those days are over, maybe. Or in the movies. Probably. That's what the movies do for you. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, no, LA's totally fine. Everybody's, and then again, it's weird in the trains because they, it's not a normal mode of transportation for most people in Los Angeles. Everybody just endures the traffic and then spends the $50 parking. And I did that a bunch of times. But it's a pain. Like I missed first half once, because the traffic, I got left in plenty of time, but there was some sort of situation happening. And then there was like all this gridlock getting off the exit because that was the exit into like the actual parking. It was awful, and so like that was the day that I was like, I don't care. I'm taking the train all the time now, and it's like $1.50, and it really doesn't take that. It doesn't take that long. It's not that bad. And then when you get off, you do. This time we got there really early. It was sometimes if you get there, maybe like a little less than an hour before the kickoff, you end up with like a ton of fans going. So it's like a nice little it feels like a marsh. That's right. I said marsh.
Fan marsh. Yep.
But it feels a little bit like that without the singing and the flags and stuff. But you're all walking in the stadium together. So we didn't get that because we got there early. But tons of fun. Tons of fun.
It was still great.
If I could rewind the tape, I'd do it again. I'd do it right
now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Man, so I got that was 2 new teams that I've got to see in person and a new stadium for me. Yep. So that's pretty nice.
And in our competition, I think you're 4. Is it 4?
It's 4-3.
4-3.
It's 4-3.
Yeah, you're beating me 4-3. Yep. You've been to 4 games this year, and I've been to 3. So, all right.
I did 3 games in a week. If you think about it, that's crazy.
That's some footy. You're fans. You're a soccerholic. That's 100%. What you are. That's what you are.
100%.
And this podcast is an enabling podcast for all you soccerholics out there. So we
and I'm already looking for my next fix. Yeah, I'm looking for my next fix. Where them games at?
I always do that for the like whenever there's any like a lull in soccer, like there's like some sort of international break or whatever. I always use the Chappelle crackhead gif. That's me. I'm like going through withdrawal here. It's true. I do. I definitely go. I feel weird when there isn't like just something. Even if I don't care what it is, like I have that. Like if I'm working, I need to have some sort of footy going in the background. So if there's that rare day or 2 or 3 where there's like nothing, it's scary.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Especially those summers where there's no Euros or World Cup, Copa America. Yeah, those are rough. Those can be rough. This can be rough.
Speaking of rough, I'm going to go right into it. Band-Aid off. English Premier League on the last Tuesday at 12:15 PST. Liverpool played the Wolves. Bottom table Wolves.
Yeah.
Bottom table Wolves. All of a sudden, these guys, they used to be like the giant killers. That's what I call them. They would play these, they would play the Liverpools and the Cities and the Man U's, and they would somehow squeak in a goal and win. It's exactly what happened with Liverpool. So we're now down in the sixth spot. But first half of the game probably was the most sloppiest, meh-iest first half. Just like, I don't know, like I feel like Liverpool's having this, where they don't know how to score. Like they go into every game trying to figure out how to score. And I know that's the name of the game, but I feel like they're not going into it with so much of a plan as a team collectively how to get a goal going. So I feel like in every game, they're trying to figure out like what's working and what's not working while the game's happening. And it didn't look good. Didn't look fantastic. Liverpool do finally score. Gomez and the I'm sorry, Wolves finally score. I was wishing there. That's how it started.
Yeah.
That's right. I thought Liverpool drew first blood. Nope, it was Wolves in the 78th minute. I think I even sent that to you, going,
you did. Yeah,
I was like, I can't believe what I'm seeing here. But then Mo comes back in the 83rd minute, and you think, okay, all right, we got plenty of time now. Looking good. Mo got his goal in, but nope. Andre in the 90th minute, 90 and 4. So four minutes in extra time.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a Wolves fan at this point, you're just absolutely, and they were static. Like they are going to relegate this season.
Oh, 100%.
But if you look at how they responded to squeaking in that final goal where they absolutely won the game, you know what I mean? And the team just erupts. The fans just erupts. The coach, the coaching staff, they acted like they won the FA Cup final or something along those lines. You know what I mean? And it was.
I mean, it definitely means a lot because this has been a terrible season for them.
Yeah.
Terrible seasons, and then you're beating Liverpool.
Yep.
If it was like Brighton or something, they probably would have celebrated, but not the same. But this is Liverpool, So for them, this probably was their championship. This was their FA Cup final.
Yeah, it must have felt. I mean, it felt good, but not to a Liverpool fan because you had these moments. It's weird. It's a weird feeling because you have these moments of, oh, okay, maybe they're back. Look at this. You got a Gakpo goal. You got a Ikatike goal. In that last game you watched, and then you expect, okay, now they're going to go on their run. Stay in the Champions League kind of thing, and then they lose the Wolves 2-1 like the next game. You know what I mean? It's like, how does that happen? What's going on over there?
Yeah, no, it does. I mean, this hasn't been like the greatest season for Liverpool, but everybody's going to stumble a little bit. Most bottom table teams have, bottom of the table teams have at least 1 or 2 wins, 3 on the season, So Liverpool
I don't stumble, Rob. I don't stumble.
So I will say this. This might have had something to do with it. I don't know. I'm assuming that this Andre is Andre Gomez, I'm assuming. Or is he somebody else? No, this is Brazilian Andre. Never mind. But Wolverhampton has not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 That's Gomez's. Right.
I didn't know they had 4. Wow.
They have 4. Yeah, they got João Gomez.
The best Gomez, the João Gomez, of course.
Yeah. Angel Gomez and Totti Gomez.
That's got to be a little confusing.
And they have 2 Buenos, Hugo Bueno and Santiago Bueno. Yep. So
it's got to get confusing. They all got nicknames. There's no way none of those guys they all have a nickname. Absolutely.
Yeah.
João Gomez being the best Gomez. That's his nickname. I'm sure of it, Rob.
And I think all of them. Oh no, so Angel Gomez, he's from England. All the rest of them are Lusophone.
Yeah, interesting.
For those that don't know, Lusophone means they speak Portuguese.
And I was pretending that I understood it. I was pretending to be smart. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, they were all Lusophones. I see.
Yeah.
I would have been walking the dog and listening to this part of the pod, and I would be Googling, what's Lucifer?
What's Lucifer?
I got it. City,
Oh, yeah.
2, Tottenham. I mean, jeez, what's my brain? You're the one who's jet lagged, but I'm the one who's like showing signs of jet lag or early onset or something.
I just had dinner and I'm on like a sugar high, so I'm good for like the next like.
You're amazing.
Hours.
You're amazing.
Yeah.
Like you and I were talking about this before the pod. Like, you know, if I flew in that 15 hours or whatever, and with the time change and everything, I'd be like, Rob, we're gonna do the pod tomorrow. You're crazy. Forest 2. City drop points. You know, they're this was actually Forest also is having sort of a tough season in some respect, where they've gone through a few what you call it? Oh no, hold on. Your recording has stopped. The disk space is insufficient. Oh man!
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, the pod's still recording, so Rob, let's hope your audio is amazing.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope. I hope so. I guess we'll see.
I gotta look at. You know what? It probably has all that Zoom video. If you're listening, I ran out of disk space for whatever reason on my computer here, so the Zoom stopped recording. So this will be interesting.
But we keep going.
We keep going, baby. We keep going. We just don't have a backup. So Rob, your audio's got to be perfect. Just speak into the mic.
Let's hope. Let's hope it is.
You sound amazing.
Let's hope. What? Really?
Yeah, you talk. I told you you gotta speak it. You gotta talk into the mic. It's one of those mics. I can tell.
I thought I was always talking into it. Maybe I'm always to the right or
well,
to the left.
Well, it kind of looks like if when you talk, it looks like you're talking into the Zoom, you know. And so sometimes.
Okay.
You gotta do one of these. You gotta do one of these guys.
Okay.
You get the bass.
Okay.
That's the only way to get the bass in there.
Okay. Yeah, my wife will definitely let me know if this sounds better. She'll be like, keep doing that. Keep doing that.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we keep going, like you said.
Yeah, we keep it.
And no editing. I'm not gonna go and edit so we sound like we're like that perfect podcast. We don't do that,
nope.
Rob. We show what do you call it? I was gonna say insecurities, but all our imperfections. Thank you.
There we go. Yep.
God.
Sharp as a tack. It's all this sugar. It's all this sugar.
It's like literally like if somebody was listening to this and they go, okay, guess which one flew, across the Atlantic, like they would think it's me for sure. But I was saying that Forces they've had a kind of a tough run, and and they got a kind of a weird owner who's for whatever reason or not has gone through quite a few managers this season, but Semenyo kicks it off at the 31st minute with a sweet goal. He's amazing. Which is funny because I didn't see a lot of Brentford last season, especially since Ivan Toney left. I've stopped kind of checking in on Brentford all that much. So it's like Semenyo for me was. Oh
no, he was on Bournemouth.
Oh, was it Bournemouth?
He was on Bournemouth. Yeah.
Why do I even have a?
So that's probably
even have a soccer podcast. That's right.
That's probably why you didn't see him for Brentford.
Where is he? I don't see him for Brentford. I meant Bournemouth. It's one of the B ones. But Bournemouth. Yeah, I don't tune into a lot of Bournemouth unless they are playing a Liverpool or Man U or City or so on. So I don't. He was a surprise to me. It was a surprise to pull him in, and then he's just doing absolutely amazing, scoring goals up the wazoo. That's what he's doing.
I mean, I remember seeing his name all the time, but I was like, I didn't think he was going to be good enough to play for City and be scoring. Like, he scored more goals in the last 5 matches than Haaland has. I don't think Haaland has scored in the last 5 matches, to be honest.
Yeah, he's having a little bit of a slowdown right now. And again, he's one of those players where he needs that service, right? So it's like get that ball in front when he does his forward runs, or get that ball, get that ball into the box, and he'll be one of those I'm there at the right time, kind of scorers, He's not one who kind of drives it in himself. So I think if he's not, so maybe they're not. I mean, it's also possible that they're not playing for Holland anymore. So before,
that's true too.
So that might have changed a little bit. So
which they should be. He's going to be there for another 30 years or whatever. So he signed that huge contract.
He's got a contract, but contracts, they get ripped up. They get ripped up. You throw a little bit of money at it, it gets ripped up.
I think Pep. I think this is it. I think this. I don't want to call it a loss, but this drop in points. This might be the end. This might be the rationalization point for Pep, where he's like, you know what, I'm taking next year off.
Yeah.
I think this might be it.
Yeah. I can see it. I would take the time off. I wouldn't jump right into another. If I could do that jumping, if I like left my job and went to another job, and I can like, I mean, you know what? I'm gonna just take a year off, and then we wouldn't be living under the bridge by the end of that. I would do it. And these guys are making bajillions, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, take some time, Pep. Grow in your hair, you know.
Reset. Get
the George Costanza where it's just like the side. Was he his ball on top there? Yeah, just get that sides going out. You know, get a ponytail.
It looks like Krusty the Clown.
Yeah, you ever see the guys with like the ball, but with the ponytail thing going on? You know?
Oh yeah,
I think Pep could pull that off. I think he should.
There's quite a few guys that I work with here that have that.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's crazy.
Gibbs White scores in the 56th minute, so they go into the first half with a 1-up. You think, oh yeah, City's going to go back in the next half, score another 3 goals. Gibbs ties it up in the 56th minute, 1-1. Rodri, who we haven't seen score in a while, he had that injury. He was out for all last season, pretty much. Has come back, slowly into the fold, and he's got one of his Rodri-esque goals. Very happy. Takes it to 2-1, but it wasn't enough. Because Forrest in the 76th minute, Anderson scores 2-2. That's how the game ends. City drops points. Arteta's going, I'm liking what I'm seeing here.
So they're down what? They're down 7 points. Yeah, they're 7 points off of Arsenal. The momentum chart for this game was crazy. Like, there's so much blue on here, I can't really get it to show.
I see some blue. Every when you move a little bit, I can see.
It's pretty crazy. And City outshot them. Like,
actually, that's an amazing stat right there. That's a team that should be winning,
to dominate them, right?
Yeah.
City had 70% possession. They had 21 total shots.
Wow.
To Nottingham Forest's 9 shots. And then I talk trash about expected goals, but City had 2.12. Nottingham had 0.97.
Wow.
And hey, it happens.
Yeah.
So, but mark my words. Write this down.
Hold on. Let me get a pen.
This is the turning point. Yeah, this is a turning point for Pep. He's not coming back next season. He is not.
I don't think he is.
Nope.
Yeah, I think he's out the door. Again, he's a different kind of Pep this year. I feel like he's a little calmer. He's a little calmer than he has been in the past. So, not that he doesn't care. Like when they win, he's pumping the fists. But I feel like again he's not as stressed and I feel like he's
the passion's there.
Yeah, and I think he's got a like if we win, we win kind of mentality.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he wants it, and of course that would look. I think if he somehow wins the league, I think he's still leaving though. I don't think it's a look, here we are, and you know what, after this I'm going to take some time off. I think even if they win the league, he would. I think he's going to skip town after this season.
Yeah, I think even if they won the quadruple, he's still leaving.
Yeah. Saka in the 9th minute, and that's the goal for Arsenal. Brighton 1-0. They get the 3 points. Doesn't matter what.
Doesn't matter how
you get it. This was a lot of yellow cards being thrown in this game. But then a lot of subs and a lot of but there were no goals. Tough moments. But and that gets, for me, it's like one isn't winning.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta get that second one in there, and it could have been another one of those scrappy gets the goal in the last minute, and they drop points. But no, Arsenal held their own. I think they're looking good. I'm
7 points clear.
I'm an Arsenal fan. As soon as Liverpool were out of the title race, I'm all Arsenal. So and also it's kind of like just win already. Like how many years now and seasons have we gone back where it's like, they're almost going to win, and
we're just waiting for them.
And I know like folks who are, they got the Schadenfreude or whatever the expression is.
Schadenfreude. Yeah.
I can't even speak German right. But those guys, and they love to see them fail, but like at some point it's like at some point it looks like you got to. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because all these notes are popping up. But
pop-ups,
you just want to see it happen. Like just let it happen. And I feel like it. It's almost like it's like a Band-Aid where you keep pulling it and pulling it. And it's like that's the way I look at it. And I just want to make it, just win, and then I feel like then the universe will settle again, and then we can start over. But every season with, them almost or maybe win the season.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm articulating myself very well.
No, you are. I still think City has a game in hand. So
it's true.
I think that City is probably still going to win the league.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
Please
they still
don't.
have to play. They still get to play Brentford, Bournemouth, Burnley in the league.
Yeah.
So I think they still have a chance, and they still have to play Arsenal as well. So and that's a 6-pointer right there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think that they have a solid chance. Actually, they're playing Arsenal twice. One of them is in the Carabao Cup, but I think that they really can still win this and probably win it by like 5 points. Yeah, I think it's possible.
I hope not. God, please don't let that happen.
But,
I like the. I told you I like the little the the animated segue between like the game and the talking heads and stuff, where it shows like the trophy and it's red. It's got the red flags on it and stuff. I keep it red.
You don't want to see.
I don't want it with the light blue. I've seen it too many years. Too many years. Yeah. I don't think anybody wants City to win, except for City fans. Of course,
City fans,
of course.
Yeah. Well, and Tottenham fans because they don't want to see Arsenal win.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's true.
So.
But yeah, I don't want to. Come on.
I mean, don't get
I
me
know
wrong,
you'll be
Arsenal's
happy. I know you'll be happy. But
I will be happy. I'll be extremely happy. But Arsenal still has a pretty easy schedule left too. So they still have to play Crystal Palace, Burnley, Fulham, and Bournemouth. So they got in the league. So they still have a pretty easy schedule too.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They still got to play City and who else was that I saw? Oh no, that's in the Champions League. But yeah, actually, I think the City game is the only hard game they have left.
That'll be a huge tell.
Oh yeah.
We'll see. I'll be tuning in for sure for that
points.
one. Yeah,
they better not drop points at Bournemouth. That would be terrible.
I just think you just can't. You can't. Like if Arsenal want to win the league, they just. I mean, obviously they win every game from here. They win the league, but they just cannot drop any points. Not even one game, because that's just going to be a mental whatever, and it's going to totally screw them up. And then they'll do that downfall thing that they seem to do at the end there. Newcastle 2, Manchester United 1. Reset for the guy with the hair. Reset for the guy with the hair.
Oh man, I feel bad for him. I mean, his hair is going to be like that. Like I said a couple episodes ago, he's going to look like Cousin It. It's going to be like 2029, and it's going to start falling out on top. He's just going to have the sides.
Shoot, we got to reach out to him, get him on the pod. We got to get the hair guy on the pod.
And that's the thing. This hair guy is making it seem like they're having a terrible season, but they're sitting in third right now. I mean, they're not having a bad season. They just can't.
Which is fun. Actually, that's kind of a funny way to look at it too. Is he's obviously a supporter. But he's having the worst time. Like this is the best that Manchester United has played in many seasons now.
Yes.
Right? They're making Champions League. They're the third in the table, like you said. But he's not enjoying it, not one little bit, because he wants to cut his hair.
And summer's right around the corner, so it's going to be hot. Now, here's the thing, though. Like, remember we were talking a few episodes ago, and I was saying he could ride this out for a while. Yeah. If they qualify for Champions League, just imagine the buzz that this guy, and just people want to take pictures with him when he goes to whatever cities it is that they're playing in the Champions League. Yeah. He's going to be like a celebrity for a while, as long as they don't get 5 in a row. Yeah. Because once they get that 5th win in a row, that's it. You're never going to hear from this guy again.
Yep. Absolutely.
You never
Unless
will.
He's like,
I'm going to grow a mustache every day until...
But we'll see. Yeah, it's definitely going to go into the next season. You're right. I think they're not going to win 5 in a row. They're going to go into the... Yeah. He's going to have to figure out some sort of World Cup situation, like with that hair. He's got to... Again, because...
He can't.
I know, but how long could you go... How long could you go without games, like between like May and August? He's going to go those 3 months. Do you have content during that time? You gotta wait it out.
But you start making your content for the upcoming season already.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I guess that's what you do. You can travel around, and once the draw for the Champions League comes out, then he starts planning that. And I don't know.
We gotta get him on the pod. We gotta ask him we gotta grill him with a couple of questions.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna reach out to him. I'm in I'm tired. I mean, like I got this weird, whatever. I got this crazy confidence right now.
Yeah.
I'll send him a message and see what he says.
Send him a note.
Worst he can say is
Alex.
no.
Yeah, he's gonna look at our Instagram and go, 14 people are
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
collab, baby.
I mean,
Come on, collab.
Yeah. So I'll reach out to him and
Well,
see what he says. Maybe he'll be our first guest.
that'd
be pretty nice.
All right,
That
hit
would
him
be
up.
pretty
I don't know.
cool.
Was hair fit the Zoom box, like the video here? I don't know. You have to be all.
Well,
you have to
we're not
all
doing
the way back
YouTube
here.
yet.
Be all back here.
Yeah.
Well, that day we would have
YouTube
to.
yet,
We
so-
would have to.
100%.
to get him on
that's
there.
true.
All right, so you got Gordon. You're the soon-to-be Liverpool player. He's always wanted to go to Liverpool. Apparently, Liverpool has been his team. He went to Everton, now at Newcastle.
Yep.
Gets fouled. There's a red card. He takes the penalty, scores. This happens right at the end of the first half. Casemiro does another right at the end of the first half as well. Squeaks in that goal. Not, I want to say, what is that? Not 3 minutes later. Not 3 minutes. Not 3 minutes later. Casemiro kills.
That's a lot of extra time,
Yeah,
too.
has a lot of extra time. But you had that red card and the whole setup for that. But Newcastle do not go into the locker room with a 1-0. It's tied up at the first half, and then Azula scores in the 90th minute, killing it for Manchester United. They could not do it. They dropped points, and the guy with the hair still going strong. Wow. Let's take a break.
Hopefully,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say hopefully future guests of the podcast still going strong.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Maybe we can get him between the break while we take a little break here, and we'll come back and we'll
and he'll be here.
he'll be here, and then that'd be amazing if we could make it happen.
That'd be crazy.
We just get him like a live Zoom call. He's like out there shopping, And
He's got a Tesco bag,
right? And then when we come back, we'll do Bundesliga and then
Yes, sir.
FA Cup and all the other fun stuff that happened throughout the week. We're finally back.
Welcome back.
It's going to feel like a second when you're listening to it, but we had some technical difficulties, if you will.
But you guys won't even notice it. You guys won't even
That's
notice
how
it.
good we are. You don't see how the sausages are made.
Exactly.
Right?
You just put your mustard or whatever. However, I don't know how people eat sausages. I don't know what. I don't know.
How do I eat
Everybody eats them differently.
I do everything with hot sauce. I put hot sauce on everything,
hot sauce on a lot
I
of
just
stuff.
squirt a bunch of hot sauce, and then
Yeah.
that's usually how I eat things like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Germany, you guys have that honey.
So they
right? It's
have
like a
they
honey
have
mustard
that
thing
sweet
situation?
mustard, which
The
I
sweet
don't.
mustard,
That's a
that's what-
Bavaria thing. I don't really do
Yeah.
that. I don't really like it. So whenever I have the white Wurst with the beer, the Bavaria thing, I always just use like the spicy mustard.
Oh yeah.
And that stuff is spicy. Like it's almost like wasabi. Like
Yeah.
it gets into your nose, but it feels so good.
When I come to Germany, hit me with that, okay?
I will definitely.
Make sure we hit a spot that has that. Because I'm a spicy foods guy for sure.
Absolutely.
So beer and spicy. That's me.
You fit well here in Germany. Believe
Can't
me.
wait. I can't wait. I told you when I was at the Munich airport, I'm like, I wish I had more time. It was like I love just being at the airport with that big giant breakfast beer and and those sausages, and it was nice. I'm like, if I love it this much here, can you imagine how much I'd love it out there?
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
It's gonna happen.
And there's no open container law here in Germany. So the passengers can be drinking as long as the driver's not. Oh yeah. Right? It makes
My
sense,
face
right?
is not gonna be frozen this way forever. Are you kidding me? Really?
I'm dead serious.
Man, I'm beer João when I'm in Germany. You drive around. I'm just gonna be sitting there.
Absolutely.
Bearded up.
You can walk around with beer at any place here in Germany. There's no open container laws. There's no you have to brown bag it.
This sounds
right?
like my dream. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like that in
Yeah.
Japan. Because they have beer vending machines and stuff, so you can actually walk around with a beer like you do like a Coca-Cola or something.
Yep.
So, but I love places like that. I love places like that.
And what a lot of people don't know, I know this is a soccer podcast, but here in Germany, the beer is
We're a
taxed.
learning podcast. We're a teaching podcast.
This is true.
Yeah.
Beer is not taxed like liquor. It's taxed as a food item and not like a alcoholic item, basically. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So beer's not like liquor because it's like delicious and foody. Yeah, a lot of calories, a lot of good. Could be some good stuff in there sometimes.
But a lot of people will have a beer during lunch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely. Especially here in Bavaria. Oh my God.
I know some people. I'm not talking about myself who have a beer at lunch in the United States too.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. I know at one point I was having beer for breakfast at one point.
Oh yeah, God.
Oh, yeah.
Not too much, but then I guess there's nothing I want to do more than not do anything when I
Exactly,
when I
after
just
having a
sit
beer.
and snacking and watching whatever.
Yeah.
But we're here again. Yeah, we're a learning podcast. We're a teaching podcast.
We are.
But we're also primarily a footy podcast. What was going on in the Bundesliga? What?
Man.
Give us a rundown.
So I'm going to preface
Bundesliga
this.
Rob.
Yeah, I'm going to preface this by saying that every game in the Bundesliga this week happened while I was in Los Angeles. So I was only able to watch one game live.
I can't remember. Did you wake up for the Stuttgart? It was here. It was 6:30 a.m. PST. So you were in.
Oh, I was awake.
PST time.
Listen, I woke up. I was the first person in line downstairs for the hotel breakfast, and I had my phone, and I sat there and I watched the game.
I've never been that guy.
Yeah.
I'm the guy. I'm the late night bar, in the bar guy, not the first guy in the line for breakfast guy.
Well, if it wasn't for my partner in crime, jet lag, I wouldn't have been doing it either. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Jet lag was
that does help a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. But on Friday, I did not watch this game because it was. I don't even know what time it would have been before I guess I landed here or in LA. But you had Bayern Munich 4, Borussia Mönchengladbach 1. Mönchengladbach, even though they're in the top, I think they're in the top 15 now in the league. They've been struggling all season. They went down a man because they got a red card. Bayern's going to destroy anybody that's down a man. I mean, they just play. Their tactics are just they're going to kill you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I hate to report this to you, especially with what's going on with Liverpool. But yes, your man Luis Diaz did score in this game.
I was just looking it up. I'm getting a little loading spiral thing, so it's not pulling it up. But every Luis Diaz goal is a
negative goal.
Negative Liverpool goal. Yeah. Ugh.
And I mean they could have used that against Nottingham Forest. They could have used that goal.
Use it every game.
They could use that
season.
right now.
Why you let that guy go? I just do not understand it.
Yeah, especially to Bayern. Luis Diaz, he scored in the 33rd minute. Comrade Leimer, this guy, I cut him from my fantasy Bundesliga team, and now he's scoring again. It's killing me. Jamal Musiala scores a penalty in the 57th minute. I think that's his first goal since he suffered that horrific ankle injury in the FIFA Club World Cup. It was nasty. Oof. Donnarumma, current Man City goalkeeper, destroyed his ankle, but now he's back. Scored a penalty. He typically doesn't take penalties for Bayern, but I don't know if Harry Kane was in the lineup because he takes all of them, it seems like. But he didn't score this week. So, yeah. Borussia Mönchengladbach got that consolation goal in the 89th minute. Didn't matter. Bayern is they're cruising. Like I said last week, they've basically won the league already, so it doesn't really matter.
And you're not happy. You're not thrilled with that.
No,
you're not.
I am. Yeah. I am not at all. But I think there's no one that can catch them. Then you got Cologne 1, Borussia Dortmund 2. So Kaminsky, wow. I mean, a late goal, but when I did the prediction or my kick tip for this game, I actually had it down as 2-2, thinking that Cologne, because they're kind of one of those weird teams that they're not great on the road, but they do play well in front of their home fans. So I thought they were going to be able to do something in this game. Kaminsky's been having a really good season, but Seru Guirassy and Bayer, they scored the 2 for Dortmund. That was a consolation goal Kaminsky scored for Cologne, but I don't know. Cologne is just they're I don't even know where they're sitting right now in the league, but they're just not having a solid season. Like I said, they can't really win on the road. This is a home game and they lost, so yeah. All right, moving along. Freiburg 3, Bayer Leverkusen 3. This is great because Leverkusen is one of those teams that's near us, so anytime they can drop points, it's helping us out. Yeah. Plus, I was thinking about it today when I was sitting on the plane. The teams in German football that I like, there aren't any other than Stuttgart.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that.
But you do root for them in Champions League, right?
I do. I will. Yes. But when it comes to the Bundesliga, or the German pyramid, there's no teams. I mean, there's teams that I tolerate. Yeah. And there's teams that like Stuttgart has a partnership with or whatever. But
you gotta get that second team though. I mean, in the lower leads, you gotta get.
Yeah.
Go
So
with
that's the
the
problem.
third tier team or
Third.
something. Yeah.
So that's the problem. The
Something
teams
close
that
by.
I've always kind of been like messing with and like kind of shadow following in the third league, they've either gotten promoted up to the Bundesliga or they're like in contention to get promoted from the second to the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
So
I'm being very good at, as we're talking the Liverpool Galatasaray Champions League games going, and Liverpool scored, but they took the ball away.
took it
They
back.
took the goal from a handball and VAR check. So I'm trying to be very good here while you're
No,
talking.
you're good.
I might.
You're good. You're good.
I'm molding, as one of my kids would say. I'm molding, where you get so angry you start balding. Yeah. So
What?
I don't know.
These kids in there.
These kids these days.
I don't know. Then you had Wolfsburg 1, Hamburger SV 2. Wolfsburg, they're just terrible. I can only imagine this game was at home for them.
Yeah.
I told you how last weekend how their fans were against them when they played against Stuttgart.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was here. I can only imagine how bad they got this at home. Like, it's the entire stadium except for the small section of Hamburg fans. It's pretty bad. Christian Eriksen, though, he scored a penalty in the 22nd. I don't know if you remember this.
Who does he play for? He's on,
Christian Eriksen, he plays for Wolfsburg now.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he's the guy that like died on the field.
Yeah, he
during
died
the
on
Euros.
the field and
Yeah,
he came back for Man U and his revival, and then interesting. I was wondering where he went. Now I know.
Yeah.
I'm learning. See, this is a learning podcast.
Yeah. And he
teach so
he
much.
scored that penalty. So all 3 goals in this game were penalties.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can take
Interesting.
from that what you will. I got to look up to see who the referee
Doesn't
was.
matter how
in-
you
in
win,
this.
but the ball hits behind the net. That's it.
It does matter how you win if you're Bayern.
I guess fine.
But I got to look up who the referee was for this.
The rivalry is
game, 'cause
real.
that-
The rivalry is real.
Oh, the hate is real.
The hate is
too,
real.
believe
Yes.
me. Yeah, I mean that's just weird. I mean, there was a red card. Oh, it's a post-match red card. All right. Yeah, it's weird. All right, we got Union Berlin 1, Werder Bremen 4. I love watching Union Berlin lose. Werder Bremen is my neighbor's team that he supports.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so seeing them win,
Good
'cause they're-
morning, neighbor. How are you
Yeah.
today? Your team win? No? Okay.
So I told him when we went to the games last weekend, I was like, "Hey, have you been listening to the podcast?" He's like, "Yeah, I listen all the time." And I was like, "You gotta come on once so that we can get your voice on."
Oh
it."
yeah. That's right now. That's my impression right now of him. I've never met him, but that's my impression.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Christian-
morning, Mr. Rob. How are
Oh
you?
man, he's got a pretty deep voice, and he's like 6'4", 6'5". Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing him any justice. He's gonna kick my ass. Don't let him know when I come to visit. It's me.
Oh,
it's there.
No,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to meet him because believe me, we're gonna have some beers. Believe
All right,
me.
I'm ready. I'm ready, baby.
All right. So we got Heidenheim 2, Hoffenheim 4.
It's a lot of Heim.
There's a lot of Heims in there. Heidenheim, they're at the bottom of the table. They've been there now for probably, I would say, 8 consecutive weeks at least. Yeah, they're going down.
Yeah.
They knew, and their manager kind of knows that they're going down. So he's trying to win. I guess they scored 2 goals in this game.
He's
but
just looking at the camera, going, "What are you gonna do?"
exactly. What am I supposed to do? Exactly.
It's like wolves.
Hoffenheim-
It's like wolves, like winning games. They know they're gonna
Yeah.
they're gonna relegate, but when they get that win,
Just got to keep
what are you
playing.
gonna do?
Yeah.
Gotta keep playing. Exactly.
And hope that you can keep some of those players because that they signed contracts here saying that I can't play in the second division.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's
Yeah.
absolutely everywhere. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
There are some cases I know, I remember when Leicester, which did relegate last season,
Yep.
like they still had or even Vardy had stuck around with Leicester when they had relegated and they got promoted again, and I think he skipped town after they relegated again and went off to Italy. But there were some other like Drinkwater and some of these other players were still on Leicester. I was surprised to see him. I don't know what game I watched in the championship, but I was like, oh, they stuck around.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
They are.
I mean, some people are just loyal to the club.
Yeah.
And those are the players
Which I think is
that
great.
you definitely want.
I think that doesn't happen a lot, and I think it's
No.
good to still have that kind of player who's like,
Yeah.
And plus, you kind of go down as like a legend, like
Absolutely.
like how much? I mean, and plus, like how much money do you actually need? What's the difference between? Some of these guys are making like $500K a week kind of thing. Do you need like $800K a week? I mean,
at some
just to
point it
go to
doesn't.
another-
It doesn't even matter.
Just to sit on the bench at a better team. I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe they're
Or just go and fail.
Yeah, maybe they're gonna hear this pod and go, He's right. I'm going to stay in. I'm going to stay in Leicester.
I'm going to stay at Leicester. I'm going to stay at Heidenheim. Yeah. Actually, I think a lot of those guys will stay.
Yeah.
But Hoffenheim, they're a fake team, by the way. But Hoffenheim, they're right above us on the table. But again, they're only playing in the Bundesliga. They don't. The LAFC stadium, BMO or the bank. I'm pretty sure that stadium. I'm like 90% sure that it holds more people than Hoffenheim Stadium does. But yeah, it's Hoffenheim really is like a fake. So the actual town of Hoffenheim only has like, I think less than 10,000 people in it. And so the guy that like owns the team, have you ever heard of SAP? Like, it was a software that we use for like, our like business expense stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I know
he owns that company.
I sadly
He's the
know
owner.
Really?
Yes, he's the owner.
Oh, yeah.
So, again, they're a fake club. They don't have many real fans. I think their fans are all AI bots.
My Wi-Fi in my podcast studio isn't fantastic. I was trying to look up how many what the capacity was over at BMO, but I can't look it up. I'm so sorry, Rob. I was trying to be that guy while you're working. I'm sitting here like typing up, getting the info for you, but can't see my screen, but nothing's happening in my Googles.
Yeah. But just sitting in the bank the other day, it definitely felt bigger than Hoffenheim Stadium. So I'm gonna look that up because I'm pretty sure that it is. It's bigger. All right, so
here we go. 22,000. It holds 22,000 people
for the bank.
For the BMO. Yeah.
Okay.
It used to be called the bank. So it used to be Bank of California Stadium.
Yeah.
And then another bank, a Canadian bank bought it. So now it's BMO. Yeah.
Because that's what Toronto FC their stadium I think is called.
They're also BMO. Yeah.
BMO.
It's BMO, yeah. It's a Canadian bank. Yeah, they love their stadiums. They love having their names on stadiums.
Yeah, of course. You said 22,000.
It's 22,000. Yeah.
So can you look up Hoffenheim Stadium and see?
I'm gonna do it right now.
Because I'll be surprised. Okay, moving on. So we got another fake club, RB Leipzig. To
I can't spell that. I gotta do the. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
So RB Leipzig, I believe they're probably sitting. They got to be sitting just.
It's
below
bigger. 30,000.
What?
30,000. You can't really see it. It's 30,000. Well, here's what's the weird thing. It's 30,150.
No,
they added 150 more.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's about 8,000 or so more.
Yeah, because BMO
seats.
definitely seemed bigger. Wow, that's weird.
Well, maybe it is bigger and less seats. I don't know. They do have like that. They do have like that corridor area for foods and how Americans do. We want the the hot dogs and the burgers and the tortas and the tacos. We like to have like a bunch of variety, and BMO gives you that. So maybe that space was
true.
That
is true.
So it's possible.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It did, but BMO definitely felt bigger to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's see. What did I say? Leipzig 2, Augsburg 1. I'm not even going to go into that. St. Pauli 0, Eintracht Frankfurt 0, which this game is a surprise. Frankfurt has kind of been, they've had their ups and downs this season. But I definitely remember, especially like right after the winter break, they were like riding this high. They had this player that they signed from Elversberg, which is in the second league. They almost got promoted last year. He was kind of killing it for probably 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And now Frankfurt has kind of tailed off. You haven't really heard too much about them. And last but not least, of course, my beloved VfB Stuttgart, which I did watch this game, like I said, bright and early or dark and early.
On the other hand, was still very much sound asleep at the
I was wide awake.
Not sound asleep, because I got up around, because I watched the second half, but it was like around 7:15, so I wasn't too late. It wasn't too late.
It wasn't too late.
Second half, yeah.
But it was early.
Yes.
I was explaining to my wife how fortunate I am to be able to watch Stuttgart play in the afternoon, because when we were in Texas, getting up in the morning, especially when they were in the second league, oh my God, those games were on. They would start at 6. It was terrible.
It's tough out here. If you like European footy out here, you're gonna have some early mornings. Like I have, there's at least one 4:30 a.m. game for Liverpool that I have to. It might happen 1 or 2 times a season. And then there are a lot of 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. games. Like,
That's rough. That
but I love it.
rough.
I love just I wake up, nobody's awake yet. I got my coffee, I got my game on. I enjoy it. I like waking up for it.
It is nice too because you still have the whole day ahead of you.
I was just gonna say you're not taking up the day because I don't really like watching unless it's like a really important game. I often don't watch a lot of afternoon games, and this is also why it's tough to watch MLS because evenings are usually like family time. We're either playing a board game or whatever, and then you get like a 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. LAFC game, and I'm like, so I'd much rather get all my footy in the morning, no distractions, just coffee. Dogs and cats true. And the Liverpool game going. So,
No, that's true. That's true. I think that is true.
Except going to the game though, I'd much rather go to a 7 p.m. game than a 6:30 a.m. game.
Well, of course, absolutely.
Sitting there with my coffee and the coals, like, this is too early, man.
But especially being in LA at that time, you'd be able to drive. And you probably have
very
no
true.
issues.
Yeah, you saw how quick we got back when we took the train.
Yeah.
Then, like Burbank was like just nobody.
Yeah,
it's like a ghost town.
That train ride was fast, but it was also slow because of that crazy guy that was there. I mean, he was like kicking people and stuff.
I know.
That we'll save that for another pod.
LA. Good job, but Karen Bass is doing a good job. She cleaned up. Trust me, it's way better than like when I was going early. I got season tickets in 2018, so I've been going ever since then. And those early days on the train were very, very different. I told you, I would go. I was still like, I would do the train, then I was like, you know what, I'm going to drive in and spend that $50, and it was only finally until I missed that first half. I'm like, all right, fine, I'm just going to endure the train, But there were cases where I'm like, maybe I'm not going to take the train, or like you're like, I'm not in the mood for that. I'm not in the mood for those dudes, so I'm just gonna take the drive in.
And see, I didn't have like any reference about how the train system in LA is aside from Predator 2. So you got to keep in mind, I haven't spent much time in California, but all of my references to California
all movies.
Are either movies or some type of pop culture thing. 100%. But we rode the train and we did not get murdered by a predator.
Yeah, so we did not. Maybe we didn't. This was the afterlife. Not bad. Yeah, podcasting still, watching footy.
That's true. Yeah. I did make my flight on time, so that would make sense actually.
There we go.
All right, we had Mainz 2, VfB Stuttgart 2. This game was great. I'm not gonna lie. We were able to escape with a point, but we were down for the majority of this game.
Yeah.
Jason Lee scored in the 39th minute. And we spent a lot of time trying to score. This game actually probably could have been 3-0 at some point for Mainz. They had us figured out very early. So I'm sitting there with my headphones in, and this guy actually walked up to me. He's like, "What are you watching? What are you at the breakfast at the hotel?" He's like, "What are you watching?" He was like, he's like, "You're so engaged. What is that?" I was like, "Oh, I'm watching a soccer game." And he was like, "Oh, never really got into soccer, but you seem like you're enjoying it." While I'm sitting there like eating like parfait, it was great.
You're like, "It's early, man. I'm just trying to watch my game."
So by the time Stuttgart scored, I was back up in the room. And, I was talking to my wife because she was out in town with my daughter and her boyfriend having lunch. And he usually goes to the games. This is on the road. But we had Demirovic scoring in the 76th minute, which I was excited for. I was like, we're going to at least get a point. Good. He scores all the time.
Yeah.
And then my phone did another ding because I think I got up to go to the bathroom after Demirovic scored, and I was like, "What?" And I look, and Undav scored a minute later. I was like, "Oh, we got this!" I was like, "This is crazy!" Like,
I thought at first you were saying that you got the ding that he scored before. Was that's happened to me before, where you got the notification that you got the goal when before you even see it, like the streaming is a little bit behind.
That happens all the time here, all the time.
Actually, I don't. I have all my alerts off. I don't have alerts on my Bible soccer app that I have. I have the only alert I have is the game's about to start and kickoff is like in 15 minutes, and I turned off every other. I don't want to see goals and it was for that reason alone. For that reason,
I have everything turned on. Yellow cards, red cards, substitutions, everything is turned on. Everything is turned on.
No, but I'm always behind. I told you, and actually, I don't think I told you. It was I think you were traveling, but I was watching what the hell game? Oh, I was watching the Chelsea, and we'll get into this in a second. Wrexham game, and somehow maybe I paused it, didn't know, but I was like almost 20 minutes behind, and I had it was like towards the end of the game, so I had maybe like 10 minutes left or something, and I had to go skip and pick up my son from somewhere, and I got in the car and I went to stream on my phone, and it was like over, and they were already like in press conferences. Man. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. So anyway, because there's always a delay, even when I'm watching it on TV over here, I just become accustomed to a ding and then somebody scoring or something happening. Yeah. So when I've gone to the actual stadium and I'm watching the game live, anytime my phone dings, I'm like, who just scored? But I'm watching it live. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And then I'll look and it'll be like my wife tells me.
Life is behind the dings.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, so Stuttgart was up 2-0, and then Danny DaCosta tied it up in the 90+1. To give us a point. You know, it's fine that we didn't win this. I expected us to win it 3-1, but after watching how Mainz played, I'm glad we didn't lose it 3-0.
Yeah.
So that's the little rundown of the Bundesliga.
We're Stuttgart on the table now. You guys are what, third, fourth?
No, we're still sitting in fourth behind Hoffenheim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still in
Bayern's first, Dortmund's in second, and then Leipzig's in fourth.
What if you make Champions League and then you play Liverpool? In the champion, or you know that is if Liverpool actually make Champions League this season, we'll see. But what if if that happens, the rivalry is real?
Because that'll be on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. We may have to like live stream the pod during that.
Hey, yeah, we'll do that. Totally. You can see me fumbling around, live doing the podcast as I do.
Yeah. We would definitely have to live stream that.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice draw. Even though I don't think that we are on the level of Liverpool. I don't think we're there yet.
I don't know. So. I'm not. I'm not walking into every game like I used to. We got this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm there for the goals. Now it's like, are we gonna score? No.
Let's hope. Yeah. All right.
I mean, yeah. Evan, I was gonna say FA Cup. I was gonna say, speaking of Liverpool, they played in the fifth round. FA Cup. They played Wolves. There was a double Wolf whammy this week. I remember listening to one of my podcasts, and one of the soccer podcasts that I listened to, and one of the co-hosts was saying he's a Liverpool fan, and his son was, and the game was gone kind of late, and after watching Wolves beat Liverpool, early in the in the Premier League that week, he asked his son, do you want to stay up and watch Wolves play the FA Cup? He's like, no, I'm gonna go to bed, because he didn't want to deal with them potentially losing. Poor kid. But this time that wasn't the case. It was 3-1. What is the difference between how teams play in some different competitions? It was definitely obviously a struggle with the Reds playing the Wolves in the Premier League earlier in the week. That first half was again just so meh. And then here we are. You got Robertson, who is not the best player on Liverpool. He's kind of, since Klopp's left, has been warming the bench a little bit, but he's definitely been in some cases like the heart of Liverpool. Like when I look at him, he's kind of like Henderson for Liverpool. Like he is, he's red. You can't imagine this guy anywhere else. But he did score in the 51st minute, followed by a Salah goal in the 53rd minute. Two beautiful beauties. If you like seeing highlights of goals, these are two good goals you can go check it out on the YouTubes. And then Jones scores in the 74th minute, another beauty. Doesn't often score, but when he does, you love it. But it's like, I'm almost like, play these guys this weekend. Play these guys this weekend. Let's see what's going on. Going back to Robertson, it almost feels like, who should be scoring, isn't doing their job, and he's like reminding people like, this is how you score the goal, guys. This is how you do it. Except he doesn't talk like he's from New York. He has a very heavy Scottish accent. But it's that's kind of how I looked at it with him scoring. He doesn't often score, but when he does, it's great. But it's like, here's how to do it, guys. And sure enough, it kind of woke the team up. Wolves did squeak in a goal in the 90th minute. Hwang Hee-chan, who's fantastic for Korea, scored. So we did. So we move on. Again, I don't really understand how that works. They should be killing these guys. Like they did in the FA Cup. But it was a struggle.
But a lot of the coaches, they will not completely, but they'll rotate the squad pretty heavily for the cup competitions because the league is the most important. All the other stuff is just kind of icing, and that's why so I don't want to say I run or manage, but I edit and I created the VfB Stuttgart Wikipedia page for this season. And so, watching,
you really?
yeah, that's all me. Not all me.
Pure soccerholic right there. Yeah. That's the epitome.
It's not all me. There's other people that do edits, but I do every time there's a game, I try to rush in so that I can put all the stuff in before somebody else does it.
Yeah.
And so, at the bottom where it has all the appearances, goals, or whatever.
Yeah.
You see how a starter in the league will probably typically be a substitute in a cup match,
right?
Just because the league is most important, and then seeing how some of these younger players they get to do whatever, and the teams don't have video.
It's their moment to shine.
Exactly. So that's why they can sneak out and score a bunch of goals, and you have some of these lopsided scores. But also that's why you have a lot of giant killing that goes on too, because they have no knowledge of these players.
Right.
They're like, oh, we've never heard of, Marcus Smith or whatever, and he comes out and scores 2 goals because they don't know how to defend against him. So, but I think Liverpool has Man City in the next round of the FA Cup. Yeah, April 4th. It's kind of weird.
I'm there with bells on.
Yeah, you got Man City, Liverpool, then you got Arsenal playing Southampton. Chelsea has the easiest. They play Port Vale. Yeah, and then West Ham plays against Leeds. So, Chelsea will probably almost definitely be in the semifinal.
Yeah. And maybe they'll do it. World Cup winners.
Yeah.
Them and Trump. Oh, yeah. Remember him? Trump was celebrating with Chelsea.
I don't think he knew where he was.
That was so funny. I really enjoyed every moment of that. That was pretty great. The only other, for me, the weekend game though was watching Wrexham versus Chelsea, and then imagining with the welcome to Wrexham season. What are they on 5 now?
Got to be. At least.
dropping in May, and I was thinking how this one game is going to look in this episode. Because this is a huge game for them, and it's and then they held their own. And there was a moment where you thought that they were actually going to take the cake, and they kept cutting to Rob Mack and what's his face, Ryan Reynolds. Constantly. Up in the bleachers. But it starts out Wrexham draw first blood in the 18th minute. Sam Smith, beautiful goal. You think, wow, I can't believe that Wrexham is taking this from Chelsea. Chelsea. There is an own goal, very unfortunate, off of I think it was off of the back of the goalie, bounced off. He went to go save it, and then it kind of it ricocheted in such a way where it kind of bounced off his back and went back into the goal. So Chelsea got 1-1, equalized with an own goal. But Doyle in the 78th minute, that's 2-0. I'm sorry, 2-1 at that point. But it just wasn't enough for Wrexham. I think they lost a little steam towards the end. I cannot pronounce this name. Achimpong? Achimpong scores in the 82nd minute, and then Garnacho in the 96th minute, and then of course Brazilian the ruin all for Wrexham. João Pedro in the dying embers of the game, and Chelsea take it 4-2. I don't think Wrexham walked away with with their heads down and feeling it's not. Obviously it's disappointing, but it's again at the same time it's they played so well, and there's so many moments in there where I thought Wrexham were gonna take it. So
and so his name is Rob Mack now.
Yep.
Him and Ryan Reynolds, they were saying, 3 years ago, no one had heard of Wrexham except for the people in Wrexham.
Yeah.
And now they took the world champions to the brink, and they could have beat them.
Yeah.
So And if, right now, there is the possibility, I think Wrexham right now, wherever they're sitting on their table, they're sitting in 6th in the championship. So they, right now, if the season ended today,
right?
they'd be in the playoff. Yeah. So, I mean,
back to back.
That's like playing EAFC or FIFA or whatever,
Yeah.
So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, no, it is exciting, and we don't have a lot of time, so I can go on and on about Wrexham and how I want to get out there, and that could be a Soccerholics trip at some point. And
that's true.
At some point, it's not too far away from Liverpool either. So
fly
double
out there on
whammy
Ryanair with my fanny pack.
Yeah, that's all you need. That's all you need is a fanny pack.
Oh yeah,
extra pair of drawers. And then that's and your passport and a toothbrush, and that's all you need to travel if you're a footy fan. Well, before we run out of time, I do want to get your tingles of the week. What are you thinking, Rob?
What
are you thinking? I'm looking too.
Yep, coming up in the Champions League, we got Leverkusen playing Arsenal. Obviously, this will have no implications in the league, but I'm going to be pushing for Leverkusen. Then Real Madrid versus Man City. I think this should be an excellent game.
Yeah,
both legs. Then on Thursday,
I think that's the tingle. That might be the tingle.
That's the top tingle.
Top tingle.
Top tingle. We got VfB Stuttgart hosting Porto in the Europa League on Thursday, and then on Sunday we host Leipzig at home. So yeah, and then obviously NYCFC hosting the Colorado Rapids in the MLS. And then Liverpool-Tottenham. Tottenham is on fire.
Yes.
They are a sinking ship. They're in the Champions League.
Yeah, I was going to say, not on fire like they're winning everything. No, on fire as in like that meme where, everything's fine.
This is fine.
That's right.
What about you?
You mentioned probably every single one of my tingles. I would say also Newcastle United versus Barcelona today at 1 p.m. PST.
That's right.
Galatasaray Liverpool were going to be on my tingles list, but it occurred while we were chatting a ruining. Galatasaray did take the cake and win 1-0. So Liverpool did not.
The first leg though.
Yeah, that's right. It's leg one. So a 1 goal aggregate isn't too terrible. But in an absolutely city Real, and then obviously the Liverpool Tottenham game. So I like to. Hopefully, there's a lot of goals. So, Rob, I gotta say it was.
We're gonna have to go.
This is fun, but it was also even better seeing you in person. I hope it happens more 100%.
often.
100%.
Yeah, man. It will for sure. We're definitely gonna make it happen. So, thank you guys for listening. We hope your teams win, unless they're playing ours. See you next week.
Hey there, soccer fans. If you liked today's episode, what should they do, Rob? What should they do?
If you like listening to us and you're a soccerholic, we're available on all podcast platforms and apps. Leave us a review, leave us a like, leave a comment on Apple Podcasts, and don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends about us. The more people we got listening, the greater the podcast can be.
Do it, because we don't have any friends, okay? So you do it.
Aguero!